Hi, we're here with Glen Heroy, recently featured in the documentary on the Big Apple Circus on
That
PBS.
that is correct.
And I would like, if you could just ramble on a little bit about your feelings about clown.
Glen Heroy rambling on. I don't know if we can accomplish that. What are my feelings about clown? Clown is a verb. It is to clown. Um, oh wow. There's a lot of stock answers of it's my true self, but magnified by such and such. Um, I just it's getting in touch with your innocence, the part of you that is the most pure and the most vulnerable, and entering the world that way. Someone said it's a clown is the child of God. Being a devout atheist, I don't know what that is. Where they say buffon or buffoon is a child of the devil. Um, yeah, I really had no clown role models growing up because I didn't realize that Lucille Ball was a clown, and I didn't realize that Buster Keaton was a clown or Charlie Chaplin was a clown, and these were influences when I was a child. Um, my role models were all Ronald McDonald and Bozo, and I couldn't warm up to them. Um, I like what you said, Jim, about talking about European and American clowning, where I I see American clowning more from the outside in, where a person can say, "Oh, look at this great red wig and these wild suspenders and this silly bow tie, and I can twist some balloons. Hey, I'm a clown." And I feel the European approach is more, I'm going to strip away everything and get down to my most vulnerable and find the place where I am the most uncomfortable and set that person out into the world and see how they react. Um, Not in a place of idiocy, but in a place of Mr. Bean out in the world. He is a perfect example of a clown. Um, Trying to fit in the best he can. There's just no way he's going to do it. Um, I People talk about colrophobia and the fear of clowns, and I totally understand that because there are some scary ass clowns out there that I'm scared of, and grotesque faces that I don't know if it's an organic. What is the word I'm looking for? An organic entropy to the old ancient Greek theater where they would have these masks and they would actually have a megaphone built into the mask so people could hear them, to garish makeups to be seen far away. And then as media and the medium of intimacy got closer, often the clowns' faces didn't adjust. And so a grotesque, scary clown from a half a mile away is now in your face. It can be really very scary. And the face is a mask. Uh, the makeup is a mask on the face that obscures the emotion behind it, and instead of enhances the emotion. And so I find, um, yeah, I find that often so funny because I say a garish tent pageant clown would be scary up close, and yet I worked in children's hospitals for so long, where lots of the makeup is scaled back because you're so close to the child. Yet some incredible clowns wear some pretty broad arena makeup and can be that close to a child because they're coming from a place of honesty. And it really is that place of honesty that seals the pond between you and a sick child, or you and the audience. A person interviewed me once and said, "I saw you in the ring and you were so mean." "You were so mean to the children." And I said, "What do you mean?" And they said, "They would try to throw popcorn in your mouth and you'd miss, and then you'd yell at them and say, 'Will you throw it right?' And they would laugh, and then they throw popcorn and miss again. I'd say, 'I give you one job, put the popcorn in my mouth.' And I'd take their popcorn and I throw it back at them, and they're howling and laughing. And this woman couldn't understand how that a clown could get agitated or angry, but I was playing the real moment. I wanted that piece of popcorn in my mouth. And the child was not doing it right. And it was hilarious. And it was honest. So I think coming from a place of honesty, regardless of what you look like on the outside physically, is succeeding as a clown. I was doing one of those festivals in China, and I'm a rarity in China to be 6-footish and kind of bulky and shave my head. And I was playing a clown that was chain smoking and had a black eye and painted his nails and carried a trunk on his back and always looked like I was ready to kill something. And children were flocking to me, and parents were handing me their newborns while I had a cigarette in my mouth and a trunk for a picture. And I couldn't understand why I wouldn't give a child to me. That was scary as hell. But I was coming from an honest place, and it was funny to see me be like that. And it was kind of it's kind of strange. Was that 5 minutes?
Perfect.
In one breath?
Thank you.